years. So a 2-year suspension for improper conduct, and we'll hear more as the day goes on. We look to catch up with either Bruce or Adrian down there in Melbourne, but Danny Nikolic has been suspended for 2 years, and I'm sure we'll hear more in the various news outlets and as the day goes on. So a 2-year outing for Danny Nikolic. I think Bruce may well have joined us on the line from Melbourne. Bruce, can you tell us how this went down just a matter of minutes ago?
Yeah, only minutes ago. More to come this afternoon. Well, perhaps not much more at all from the team Nikolic camp. You're right. 2-year disqualification. Excuse me, Richard. And all 2-year disqualification because there were 2 charges here. He got 2 years for the charge of improper conduct, and also 1 year for a charge of being found guilty of conduct prejudicial to the image of racing. Those penalties to be served concurrently, hence a 2-year disqualification for Nikolic. That would be an unsurprising outcome, I would think, to most. As I said to you this morning when we spoke, Richard, there's a fair bit, well, not a fair bit, there are some more avenues for the Nikolic team to play out here, but I'm sure Racing Victoria is satisfied that the RAD boards backed their stance on this, and there's a 2-year penalty been imposed on Danny. As I say, he's got now the chance to go to VCAT. Interesting case out of this will he be granted a stay of proceedings? And we touched on this morning because his stand-down penalty currently sits where he's been stood down indefinitely from riding in Victoria prior to this case being heard. So that'll be a delicate one for VCAT to sort out, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But the news of the moment, Nikolic disqualified for 2 years. Now, if he speaks, which I doubt they'll be making any public comment this afternoon, you can see the pictures of the RVL legal team leaving the hearing earlier today. You'll hear it from Adrian Dunn. Adrian very close to the camp there. Of course, that's how close he is. There's Adrian there, and Des O'Keefe, of course, who gave evidence at the inquiry. And Danny has basically copped it as is on the chin, and we'll move on from there. He'll take some legal advice as to what he can say and do in the near future. But that's the news. Adrian will have a full report up on Racing Network and perhaps talk to you before trackside today. But we've been sitting through this entire hearing today, and Adrian's been with us all the way through. But don't think anyone's surprised with the outcome. A 2-year disqualification for Danny Nikolic. Okay,
good on you, Bruce. We thank you very much for your time there. Appreciate that, and yeah, we will hear more as the afternoon goes on. Adrian done well across this story, as is Bruce. So thank you, Bruce, for his time this afternoon. A 2-year disqualification, 1 year on the 2 different charges, culminating in a 2-year suspension for Danny Nikolic. It was the typical one man's word against another type of thing, this inquiry, and Danny Nikolic, the RAD board, has disqualified Danny for 2 years, and that is an ongoing story. We'll hear more as the afternoon goes on. I'm sure there'll be plenty of talk about this. So Danny Nikolic disqualified for 2 years, and we'll bring you more news on Channel 522 as it comes to hand. Stay with us this afternoon for more news on that big and breaking story.